I'm just going to record the project part of this, the MA's 3C's, because I had a lot of interruptions. So thank you for joining me. My name's Maryellenstites. My business name is Create With Me, and I'm here in the Creativity Nest to show you a project. I'm giving a little sneak peek of some of the um, stamp sets that are going to be in the new January to June catalog that comes out the beginning of January 2022. So watch for these products. So I'm going to take you down to my desk and let's go ahead and do the project. And I am showing, I'm going to use a stamp set that you can get for free. So this is called Celebration Stamp Set. This is one of the many stamp sets and different products that you can earn for free. And what it is for $50, you can get the you can pick out something for free out of the celebration catalog when you place a $50 order. And if you place a $100 order, we've got what we call level 2 stamp sets, or a stamp set and a pack of 12 by 12 designer series paper. Those come together as a level 2. Or a stamp set that is like a double stamp set, which is one of my favorite special moments. So that is coming up in January. So watch for it. But today I'm going to show you something using this cute little van right here. We're going to turn that into a Volkswagen Beetle Bug van on our card today. So we're going to use some new products and some fun free items. And so just stay tuned with me. So there's the stamp set. The other one we're using is out of the actual catalog. It's called Oceanfront. It might be one that you just look at and kind of pass by, but I want you to take a look at the different pieces, and I want you to look at the way I'm going to use it today. It's super, super fun. So we're going to use this kind of blotchy stamp set, and this one here, and then this little cluster of kind of weeds or grass right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little different fold. So I'm taking a piece of paper that is 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm just folding that in half, just like a regular card would be. I like to use my bone folder. You know, I always preach about my bone folder. It gives you a nice crisp crease. So my card will open like this, and I'm going to take this open side here. I'm going to fold it back on itself, back to the fold. So this is a little think outside the box when you're doing your cards. Think of something that maybe would make your recipient go, "Oh wow, that's so cool." So this is just a simple fold. So your card would open just like this. So there's the beginning of the card. Now I'm going to jump ahead, and I've taken some paper. This is rainbow paper that is also a free celebration. And what I did was I added a piece onto the front. It's nice and bright and cheery. And then I added a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch with basic white, and then a little strip of that comes in this pack. This is also something you can earn for $50. It's got a little bit of adhesive here. I don't like that. I'm sure you probably can't see it, but I can see it. So I used my adhesive eraser and it came right off. So this is the way this card is going to fold, just like that. So let's go get started with the main piece. I'm going to bring in some scrap paper so that I'm stamping on scrap paper. And the colors that I'm going to be using are gray granite, which is a color of the paper, gray granite right here. So it's kind of it's gray, but it's kind of a brown gray. I like it. It's a really, really light kind of brown gray. It's one of my favorite neutrals. If I'm going to go for a light gray, I'm going to go for gray granite usually before I go for just a smoky slate. Smoky slate's cool, and to me, this is warm. So we need gray granite. We need pool party. We're going to put a little sky in it. We need a little bit of mossy meadow. That's for our little cluster of weeds. So we need that. Let's see. Let's pull out the stamps while we're doing those. So here's our sky. It's going to be this little blotchy here. And there's our ground right here. And the last thing we need is I took a little of the, it's a little speckled stamp right here. We're frozen again. Okay, hold on. Hopefully this will jump and we'll be live again. I'm going to leave it right there, but I'm going to keep talking. I'll show you in the screen. Here's a little It's the little dots. And then we're going to use basic gray for that. And that's going to be actually the exhaust of our van. So I pre-stamped. I'm just going to show things in the, oh, here, maybe oh, there. Okay, I'm back. So then I pre-stamped and cut out the little van. I started to color it with blend. So I'm going to set that aside and let's do our image. So I'm taking this gray granite ink and I'm stamping this kind of blotchy thing. And I want this to be my ground. So I want to keep that part straight and I'm just going to stamp it. And no, I'm not worried about it going all the way across. You'll see why. I like to close up my ink pads to keep them nice and juicy. This pad might not be juicy because we used it a lot for blending yesterday. Okay, hold on. I'm really inking this one because we really used it a lot. Now, my goal is to keep this line straight right here. So what I'm doing is I'm stamping, keeping that line straight, and I'm going to have a little V here, and you're going to see how that's going to be fine because that's where our van's going to go. So you're not going to really see it. And then I'm going to bring in my Mossy Meadow, and this pad is not well inked. This one is on the dry side, but that's okay. And I'm just going to put my little cluster of weeds right down there. Okay, so there I've got my ground, my sky, and my weeds. And then the last thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to take this van, so my van's going to be right here. Okay, and I'm going to take my basic gray and my little bit of exhaust. Okay, and I know that I can put it right about here, and I'm just coming up. And this is not exhaust, this is just speckles, but I'm using this as exhaust. See how cute this is? So there's my little exhaust right here. So let's go ahead and color our van to make it look like a little Volkswagen. I'm going to show you how I did that. So I'm going to bring in, I love the little, I love the orange fans. I'm going to see if I can get my camera tipped just a little there. So now because I know I'll put my head in it. So I'm going to, the Volkswagen, if you're familiar with it, has a little white V in the front. So we're going to make that V by just coming up like that. And then I can go to the brush side and I'm going to color all my van parts with the brush side, just like that. And the light pumpkin pie. This is light pumpkin pie. Okay. And I just did it over my, the wheel wells and the front of the van. So now I'm going to do some highlighted area. I'm going to do the top of the wheel well. I'm going to come down each door. I'm going to come in from the back. This is going to be dark across the top. I want a little darkness here, dark on the bottom. Don't stress about this. I'm just goofing around. So no one's going to know if it's perfect. Then I go back with my nib end and I use circles and I want to blend that color. It's okay if I get a little bit in the wheel because I'm going to do the tire black, so you'll never see it. I like to leave a little of the light here in the middle. There. Okay, so there's my orange color. See how it just highlights right there in the middle? I think you can see that clearly. And then, oh, I started with a light. I'm going to bring my colors in here. I started by putting a little pool party in the window. I did put a little bit of light smoky slate for the middle of the tire. Then I'm going to take the dark smoky slate and do the next ring right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my light basic black on my actual tire, and that's going to cover up that orange that's bled through. Okay, I'm going to try to be careful on this because this is kind of a tight space. Okay, so now I'm coloring in the black tire. It's a little bit of coloring, I like to color, so if you don't like to color, you could probably just stamp the van in one color. I like to go back with the black, and under the wheel well where it's going to be dark, I'm going to go black. I'm just going to go in under the wheel well, and I'm not even going to blend that. I'm just going to leave that just like that. It's kind of blending in. Okay. So that's all there is to the van. So by putting that little front in there, and we could even maybe make it more distinct by going in with the dark. I feel like that front needed a little just more distinguished. There. Anyone used to have one of these? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, so there's our van. So let's bring our piece back in. I've got one here that I mounted on some Bermuda Bay. And then I want to take some dimensionals. I want to pop this van up. And I'm going to put the exhaust right by the exhaust here. So there's our van. And then we're going to use the words driving by just to say hi. And I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper. I've got a little piece of scrap paper right here and a Bermuda Bay stamp pad. And I'm going to show you how I can, I just want the words driving by. I don't want the words just to say hi. I don't know if I think I did that okay. Okay, and then I'm going to take my scissors and just trim that out, okay? It's super easy. Just give it a trim. Especially when you're using block letters, it's easy to get it really straight. And I'm going to bring in some mini dimensionals because this is pretty, it's a pretty small greeting. Just making sure I was still on. Okay. Get those silly things off. I think we're done with this, so we can move that out of the way. Let's move some of this mess out of the way. So, all right, so we're going to put driving by right here. Then we're going to finish this off with a new embellishment, and it's called Pebble Enamel Shapes, and I want to show you how cute these are. So these are called Pebble Enamel Shapes. Let me see. How about this? This looks a little bit better. They look like little rocks. They are so cute. We have the best embellishments this time. We have some that look like sea glass, like if you were at the beach. And these are big enough that you can just pick them up. And I want a couple of little rocks right around my van. And I'm going to put them kind of offset like that. So, oh, I don't like it like that. I'm going to turn that one around so that they're like they're together. Okay. They might have been better actually out here, but I'm going to leave them like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my card front and I'm going to bring in some liquid adhesive. I want my card front to go right here to the edge of this right here. So I kind of take my fingers and I know I can't go past this area. So I try to stay well within that, but the liquid glue will hold it very well. And that way when I put it on, centering it, pressing it, I can go right here. So I'm not done yet. I want to show you how to do the inside. And it's the same as the way we did the outside. So we're going to bring in our cleaning pad. And we're going to clean the greeting and our on our little paper here. And then I'm going to bring the Bermuda Bay in and do the same thing. And so we have on the outside driving by, and then on the inside we want to say just to say hi. And because our pads are raised, usually you can get this pretty good. Yeah, I think I did. I'm going to take a chance. Stamp just to say hi. There we go. Driving by just to say hi. I mean, does that not take you back to the 70s or what? Or am I just the only old person here? I'm not sure, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this card. And remember that I've got a host code open to the end of December. Now, you can't purchase these until January, so that was just a little sneak peek. But anyone who orders in the month of January will get 6 free tutorials from me in their inbox. So using that host code, they must use that host code to receive the tutorial. So this is just a sneak peek of some of the products that are coming out in the new catalog in January. And remember to watch for a product share coming from me. So that's just a little bit of everything. I like to gather everything and cut it up and give it to you at a better price so that you don't have to buy everything. You get a little sampling of everything. And I'll be posting a product share on the Create With Me Facebook page. So watch for that coming up soon. I'll send that as an event. So you guys, I really appreciate you coming and watching today. Sorry for any of the interruptions on my live. That is just unfortunate, but I appreciate you. So you guys have a great day.